Up+Adam.
Tractor systems are offline.
We are Beyond FM.
Beyond FM.
The future of broadcasting is here.
Up+Adam with Adam Montiel. It's community content from Concentrate. It's Up+Adam with Adam Montiel.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Yes, some say life is just where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
Happy Friday, and thank you so much for being Up+Adam. My name is Adam Montiel. All right, we got a lot to talk about today. Some interesting stories, including some local stuff. We'll talk to Robin Coleman from the Woods Humane Society. But the big news is our breaking and entering Christmas. Yes, in full swing. Definitely want you to get to adammontiel.com. Nominate that family who, by all accounts, Christmas, it ain't happening. And this is a family who maybe has seen some hardship from financial hardship to death in the family, child illness. Maybe there's, who knows? And we're not limiting it to those, but I'm just saying these are some of the things that we've seen in years past. If you remember last year, we had an 8-10-year-old boy, girl. Mom died in April. Dad died in October. And grandma, in her mid to late 70s, is now a single mom, driving these kids back and forth from North County to San Luis Obispo to go to school every single day, back and forth twice, in a car that hadn't passed a smog check in 4 years. She got bad tags. And because of our breaking and entering Christmas, we got help into getting her a reliable car. The kids had gifts, groceries in the house, money on the tree, a Christmas tree, lights on the house. I mean, it's incredible what the breaking and entering Christmas can do with the help of our community. So in this first stage, and things move fast. I'll tell you, things move super quick. We're in a nominating phase right now. Pretty soon, we're going to be identifying that family, yet we always keep them anonymous. How do we do that? Well, we change the names and the ages of the little ones. We don't give any locations. The idea is that we use the help of the people that nominate this family to get in this family's house when they do not know. We bring in all this stuff. A couple hours, we're out. And they show up to their house, and like this one video I saw from about 3 years ago, the kid just looks around. I still get chills when I talk about this. And he just goes, how? He says it like 9-10 times. Meanwhile, his sister's next to him with her hands over her mouth, eyes squeezed shut, tears streaming down her face. She's crying. It's incredible what our community can do when we come together for a family that needs us. It is our breaking and entering Christmas now in its 12th year. Well, you're hearing it all over the radio with our friends from Dime Central Coast. You're hearing it on Wild 106, K-News. I was on Scott Taylor's show this week, K-Pig, 95.3 The Beach, also The Grade Country, as well as KSBY. They have featured us every year. Hopefully they will do that again. And we'll get the word out, and that's what we're doing right now with this. So if you know of a family that really needs us right now, this is where you let them know. Go to adammontiel.com, click on the link right off the homepage. Super easy. Breaking and entering Christmas. Now, last year, because I just told you about the family, but we had never embarked on the challenge of getting our family into a newer or a new car. That was a first. And I was very nervous that was not going to happen. And we did what we called our breaking and entering Jingle Jam, where we took some of the best local musicians, and I'm so thankful to have relationships with these very talented men and women. And we put on a show last year, just Christmas, fun, chill, kept it real easy as far as ticket price. I think it was like $10 or whatever. And then we went to town, and with all these musicians, we put on a whole show, and we raised a good amount of money to help this family get into a reliable car. So, it's really something. We're going to do a Jingle Jam again, and I have a date. You ready for this? December 11th to Thursday, December 11th, downtown San Luis Obispo. We will be at Libertine Brewing. They have a whole brand new sound setup. It's going to be rad. They got a full bar, of course, beer, wine, but then they got a full thing if you want to get a cocktail. This is going to be great. We're going to hopefully get some of that love from Farmers Market in the vicinity. and we're doing it. We're doing our Breaking and Entering Jingle Jam once again, Thursday, December 11th at Libertine, downtown SLO. Now, here's what we need. I'm going to tell you the artist in a second, but if you're a business, a winery, anyone who knows me from the wine world, from this or that, and if you have something you can raffle off, because we do a raffle here, and it really helps earn some money because we keep the prices really low for the tickets. We want to get as many people in, but we'd love for you to drop a little bit on raffle tickets, and we had some pretty cool things. We had a lot of wineries giving us large format bottles like Magnums. Sensorio did this VIP thing, and these people did that. We had all kinds of cool stuff. Margarita Adventures, I think, got in on that. So we want to get more of these things for raffle for the December 11th show. So if you're a business listening, in fact, I had a winemaker hit me up today, Mike Seiner from Seiner La Valley. He's got the Shuck Shack in Avila Beach. He said, we're kind of working behind the scenes, but he says he wants to give the proceeds of one of his wines to the Breaking and Entering family. I've never heard anyone say anything like that. But I'm like, what? That is so beautiful and generous. And so anything you can, whatever you have the inkling to give. We've had some people say, hey, because this show is all over the country. So they go, hey, I hear what you're doing. Here's $500. Or we put our pool together. Here's $80 from the office. Like anything helps. If you have $5 extra, you can get a hold of it. I mean, you can just Venmo, but that's what most people do when they're from out of the area. If you're a business, you want to give something for the raffle. If you are, my friend Mimi, Central Coast Gymnastics, she's like, oh, we'll do a birthday party for the kids. Just Baked in Paso, Libby, tremendously talented, her and her team, was like, oh, we're going to give a birthday cake next year. So here's a gift certificate for a birthday cake for the kids. I mean, unbelievable stuff. And this is how we really, even if things go indirectly to the family via someone who buys a raffle ticket for Sensorio or whatever it is, this is how it all helps. And that's how we kind of make that Jingle Jam a really, really fun experience. So Thursday, December 11th, got to see you there. Got to see you at Jingle Jam. I will tell you who we have confirmed right now already. It's only a few names, but it is big names. I am excited. Once again, we're back with Damon Castillo, his band as well. And I just couldn't be more excited. Damon is so much fun. He brings a great helping of fans of his to any show that he's at. And him with Christmas music, like he's just made for it. He's just, he's good at this. He's just so good at this. Last year, I fell in love with KB from Imua. He's got that like silky voice like Stevie Wonder, plays the keys. He's just got that beautiful smile. He's just a great guy. And you can see soul. Soul comes from this dude. You know what I mean? He is back. KB from Imua is back. Dan Curcio had a gig last year and he could not make it last year, but he is in this year. So Dan Curcio from Moonshiner Collective, by the way, they're playing the Siren tonight, and he's going to be at our Jingle Jam this year. John Millsap, who was not there last year, but I got a little story to tell you about John Millsap. Phenomenal guitarist, plays with Dante Marsh and the Vibe Setters. Great guy. He actually, Dante Marsh was in it last year, and Dante Marsh shows up to the venue at Jingle Jam and with a roll of cash. And he goes, hey, this is for you. I'm like, what's this about? He goes, John these are his tips from his last gig. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, he's bummer that he couldn't, be a part of it and come watch the show. And we already had a stacked lineup. I didn't even, think to ask him. And I was like, no, this guy is so sweet. He definitely has to perform next year. He is available, so he's going to do it. How about Michael Venny at Carbon City Lights? They were there last year. He is in this year. I'm certainly stoked on that. And then got confirmation yesterday from Josh Rosenblum. He was the one where, I don't know if a lot of people there knew who he was, but man, did he blow you away last year. He did that Eagles song, Please Come Home for Christmas. He also did Hallelujah, the Leonard Cohen song. So that's who we got right now. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's already 6 artists. Now I'm going to try and find some more. I got some asks out. I don't know if I should say it yet because if something happens, I don't want it to look like they, didn't want to go or couldn't go. But I have some big asks still out, and I have some female asks that are out that I hope come back favorable to the occasion. So there you go. That is the latest on our Jingle Jam. You ready for that? Again, Thursday, December 11th, go to adammontiel.com if you're a business and can do literally anything for our Breaking and Entering Christmas. And again, this is the time where, we don't even know who this family is. It's so amazing to think of a love in your heart, in your soul for a family that you don't even know yet. But I tell you, that feeling, it evolves once you know that names and ages of these kids, and you're able to, tweak them a little bit to let this family keep their anonymity and go on air with it and say, hey, Olivia's 12 years old and she loves art. She's a size 6 and things like that. So any way you can give to this, especially if you're listening from outside the area, I know it feels like, you really can't see tangibly the way that your gift will go down, but I promise you will feel it. And we bring it to life here. We do a big broadcast from the house with our breaking and entering. The news always covers it in a very tasteful way. I've always been like, hey, KSBY, you can't show this or that or numbers or don't show too much things inside the house, so they do a great job. So nonetheless, breaking and entering Christmas happening right now. 2 things you got to keep in mind. 1, nominate that family. Do that at AdamMontiel.com, Montiel. AdamMontiel.com, right off the homepage. You can't miss it. And there's even the beginning of the page is like, hey, here's how to nominate a family. Just keep scrolling and you'll see, hey, just reach out. And you could be like, hey, Adam, I'm a business. And put it this way. One year we had a family up in rural Santa Margarita, found out that they hadn't had their heat on. They had no propane for months. And I found out from the person that nominated them, they're like, yeah, I think their propane's been on for a couple weeks. And this was a cold winter. Even for here, this is a cold, we don't get really cold winters here, but no, this was one of those winters where damn, North County is 20 every night. You know what I mean? It was one of those 5-6 years ago. And found out through the propane company, no, these people haven't had their propane in months. The propane company took their bill, wiped it to nothing, and then filled their tank up. Here's a propane company that just showed all the love they could. These folks had a bunch of trash right outside as you drive into their house. They just kept emptying because they couldn't afford for trash pickup. So they just kept dumping the trash as you drove in. So that means every time you're driving on their dirt road, the threshold to their mobile home, they're driving past trash, their own trash. That's no way to live. So we had a trash removal company volunteer to come grab all of it. So can you imagine when these people showed up? They didn't even see their house first. They saw, oh my God, where'd the trash go? And they keep driving and then they see lights all over their home. Then go inside and feel that the house is warm. Yeah. Our breaking and entering Christmas, businesses step up. Whether it's the candy shop that fills the stockings or whatever it is, there is a way you can help. Cash always helps too. We'll go out and we just shop. Go to Target, go to Costco. We go shopping for food for this family. So there's always ways to give. You can do that at AdamMontiel.com. Thank you so much for listening. And our breaking and entering Christmas, here we go. All right. Couple news stories, and then we're going to get to Robin Coleman from the Woods Humane Society. What do we got cooking? Okay, I got a What the Food segment. This is a food, WTF, What the Food. Doritos and Cheetos getting naked. Calm down, don't be nasty. It's radio-friendly naked. PepsiCo, who owns the 2 brands, just announced a new line called Simply Naked, and it's NKD, N space, K space, D space, and it's versions of Doritos and Cheetos. Same crunch, the same flavors that you want a whole bag of, but without the artificial colors and flavors that turn your finger neon for 3 days, right? So instead of that bright radioactive orange, the chips look more like regular tortilla chips or maybe just like a lighter puff. But the company says in blind tastes, most people don't even know. They can't even tell the difference. Isn't that interesting? The naked lineup will include Doritos, nacho cheese, and Cool Ranch, plus Cheetos Puff and Flamin' Hot, all reformulated without the petroleum-based dyes and some of the flavor boosters like disodium inoisonate, or disodium guanylate. Who knows? If you can't pronounce it, should you be eating it? Exactly. It's part of a bigger push. Regulators and the U.S. Health Secretary have been pressing food companies to ditch synthetic dyes by next year, and states like Texas are already requiring warning labels on foods that still use the fake stuff. Important note, for the snack purists, though, the original, The loud orange Doritos and Cheetos, they're not going anywhere. Naked is an extra option, priced the same way for people who just want the junk food experience without maybe they want a little slightly cleaner conscience and maybe some cleaner fingers to boot. Look for the Simply Naked bags starting December 1st. Pretty cool. All right. This is a story, kind of a health story. I saw this on Study Finds, which is a great, interesting website if you don't check it out. Apparently your armpits have been doing status updates this whole time. New research out of the University of Victoria says people can literally smell status. What's that about? Scientists had 75 college guys wear plain t-shirts for a day, took saliva samples to measure testosterone, then had almost 800 people sniff the shirts and rate what they thought about the guy who wore it. Higher testosterone on the lab test lined up with one thing in the nose test. Those guys got rated as more dominant, not nicer, not fancier, not higher prestige, just more likely to be the dude who, like, quote, takes charge. They controlled for all the fun excuses. It wasn't just that smell was stronger or sexier, or that the guy was a certain ethnicity, or that the rater was a dude or a woman. No, the testosterone signal still showed up. On some level, your brain is reading other people the way a dog reads a fire hydrant in a way, picking up little chemical hints about who might be the alpha in the area. Now, before you run out and go buy EU de Dominance, this is not about cologne. This is natural body odor. Now, the word body odor is like, I don't like that word because it's like you smell. It's not a good smell. But that natural pheromone, really, how about this? The odor of the body. Super subtle, doesn't mean like high testosterone automatically makes you powerful or worth following. It just means that our noses, they kind of are quietly adding that info into the way that we size people up. So if you ever felt like somebody smelled like they were in charge, or you know what I mean? It turns out you might have been onto something. You're not imagining that. Kind of interesting story, huh? Okay, got a couple more. This one local. 2 tourists found out the hard way that Morro Rock is not your personal climbing wall. Just after 12 noon this week on, I think Wednesday, Morro Bay Fire rolls up, spots 2 climbers stuck about halfway up the rock. Crews have to go up after them. It's a super steep, rocky face with big drop-offs, no easy footing. Chief Daniel McCrane says, for people who are unfamiliar with it, it's pretty treacherous up there. Translation, this is how you end up on the news for all the wrong reasons. The pair looked like they were in their mid-20s, of course, just visiting the area. Thankfully, firefighters were able to contact, with them, walk them safely back down. Goodness gracious, thank God. No injuries, just a very awkward story to tell their friends, because that could be criminal. But this little adventure, yeah, it gets expensive. California state parks can hit you with about a $2,000 fine for climbing Morro Rock without authorization. The rock is a protected bird sanctuary for the peregrine falcon, a registered historic landmark, and is also a sacred site for the Chumash and the Salinan tribes. Only members of that Salinan tribe are allowed to climb it, and that's just twice a year on the summer and winter solstice for cultural and religious ceremonies. Now, when Chief McCrane left the scene, state park officials were still talking to the climbers, and they're going to decide if they're going to get tickets to go along with the view. So yeah, Morro Bay, you can look at the rock, take a selfie of the rock, but don't climb the rock. All right, finally today, pour one out for Honest Abe, because the penny officially retired. Federal mints, including the one in San Francisco, are done making 1 cent coins. The last circulating pennies were pressed this week in Philly after 232 years. The U.S. Treasurer even stamped a special set with the little Omega symbol, and those are getting auctioned off to collectors. So no more new pennies in your change, but that doesn't mean pennies are suddenly fake money. Pennies are still going to be legal tender, and they're estimated about, 300 billion of them already out there. They last around 30 years in circulation, so we're going to be tripping over those little copper dudes for quite some time. Stores can still price stuff at $4.99 or $9.87. That doesn't have to change. So what happens here in California if you do not have exact change? Well, this is where it gets messy. We have pretty strict consumer protection rules here. So a lot of big chains either ask you nicely for exact change, or if they're short on pennies, round to the nearest nickel only when you're paying cash. And often it's in the customer's favor. Some places are already quietly doing that. Industry groups are begging Congress for a national law that would let everyone officially round to the nearest 5 cents, but that's not quite in place just yet. All right, so bottom line, your old pennies still spend. Nobody's hauling them away. And if you skip digging them out of your cup holder, you might see your total rounded up just a couple cents. Hopefully not always up, though.
It's Up and Adam with Adam Montiel.
All right, let's get to it. Our chat with Robin Coleman. She is our favorite part about finding forever homes for dogs, even cats. Her work is so pure. She is so great. The one and only Robin Coleman, thank you so much. What's up, gal? Thanks for being Up and Adam.
Oh, good morning, Adam. I am so excited to talk to you today. I'm excited every week, but this week especially.
First of all, I had so much fun hanging out with you at the auto soiree.
I know. We saw each other in real life, as they say. It's fun when that happens.
And Robin was rocking some super fun dress. You were like dressed to impress there. Very fun.
Well, I do that once in a while, but it wasn't that special. It's just not my hoodie and jeans that I normally see.
And then you came in clutch for me because, you know, as I'm emceeing it, you're kind of zipping around the event all the whole time. And these food booths are so, you know, they got a line and this and that. And you were right up about to get some food. And I just like whispered in your ear, grab me one of those.
I snagged you a piece of that Piadina pizza that we both love so much.
Good. I know, right? We need to get lunch there for sure.
Oh my gosh. That is like, I mean, okay. Can I tell you my top 3 bites?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I love the Piadina pizza, which it was hot and fresh, and that was delicious as usual. But I really loved that truffle pasta and the filet brioche bun sandwich from Ox and Anchor, hosted Chef Ryan.
With the little like quail eggs on it. Oh my God.
Yep.
So good.
It was delicious.
That thing was
I just
killer.
drink bubbles all night. I know you kept referring me to great wines, and I was like, I just want to drink bubbles all night. And that's exactly what I did.
There was that right by the band. They had that people who do like I don't know if they're pot stickers or whatever you call them, but just these little, they're so bomb. Like they're there.
Garrett. Yeah,
they're there every year.
Szechuan Kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh.
Good.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Those are also always a great bite. But I've had those before, and some of the others was obviously like new because I went to the event last year and I talked the whole time and forgot to eat. And so this year I was like, Robin, you're eating this year. And I still miss so much, but at least I got a handful of delicious bites and bubbles. And, you know, it was a great crowd. What a swanky night. Beautiful. Last year I was freezing. This year it was almost warm. So it was weird.
It really was. I was expecting it to be cold. And yeah, I was a little bit, it was like definitely this weird warm.
You know?
Yeah, well, it's
weird
changing now,
weather,
that's for sure.
But I'll take it.
Okay, you have the absolute cutest dog, and I know that this dog is really, really special to you. Tell me about this dog today.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell you about Z, the 8-year-old Mastiff Boxer mix that just steals hearts everywhere he goes. This is a special boy. You know, I have met probably about 40,000 dogs since the start of my woods career.
Wow.
And I will say top 3 dogs that I have ever met, including my Dexter is up there. Z is, you know, probably in that 2nd or 3rd spot for the most special, soulful dogs. This guy, I have done a lot of pets of the week with you, Adam. I have never been able to say that this sweet boy knows how to paddleboard and kayak with people. That is so cool.
Wow.
He also wears sunglasses and he keeps them on. Like, how cool is this dog? He's a sweet senior boy. He got surrendered to the county shelter many months ago. He was with his owner since a puppy. So the only life, the only family, he got surrendered with a young beagle. The beagle got adopted right away. And here Z is all these months later, this perfect dog not getting adopted. And, you know, it just breaks my heart. Seniors at the shelter will always, always, always come first for me. And Z is a special, fun, amazing dog that has no business waiting around. I will say he did get into a wonderful foster several months back with the county, and she's the one that took him out on camping trips and kayak and paddle boards. He was she was really close to keeping him, but she has 4 dogs and she wants to be able to continue fostering for the county shelter, which is much needed. So Z actually came to Dexter's memorial walk that I did a couple months ago, and he led the walk. And I thought, oh, this boy is going to get adopted. That's the first time I met him. And I was like, there's no way this dog is going to be around very long. And here we are in November and he still never got adopted. So we brought him over to Woods. And we are going to get this boy adopted finally. We just fell in love with him, and he has been going home with me the last few weeks. So I've been fostering the last couple weeks. And Adam, he is the sleepiest boy in the world. Like, this boy goes to bed at like 6 p.m. and sleeps all the way through the night, wakes up with me in the morning. He eats, he pees, he poops. And then he goes for a nap again.
Oh my
and
gosh.
then we get in the truck and drive to work. Before I hit my first stoplight, he's already napping in the back of the truck. He loves a car ride. He is so chill. He's sleeping next to me as we talk about him. And he is just the most sweet soul. What an adventure life partner this guy would be. I love dogs that wear sunglasses. It's always just got me. And you know, Dexter would never let me put glasses on him. He was much too dignified. But this little... And actually, this guy, Z, was at Wiggle Waggle, and he had a Hawaiian shirt on and sunglasses the entire time.
Oh, my gosh.
And just was just chill. I pictured, what would Z be if he were a human? And he would be like an old surfer dude in Morro Bay listening to reggae in his VW van. Like, that is Z in a dog. And I just love him so, so much. So he's up on Instagram and Facebook. Please check out his video. Do it for me, because this guy has my heart. And it's just, I committed, do it. I'm doing it for my Dexter. I'm going to find Z his home. I would love to get him that home this weekend, because I am falling in love with him every single day a little bit more. So help me out by getting him adopted. Share his post. Z, our sweet senior, is fee waived. All of our seniors in November are fee waived. Again, kayaks, paddleboards. He knows sit. He knows shake. He's a great napper, great in the car, would be great as a camping RV kind of dog. Check him out. Tag your friends. Share his post. Let's get Z that forever home that he deserves so, so much.
What a sweet dog. And I mean, for some reason, Woods just has such a vibe and a genuine heart behind the whole team there, that all your dogs end up just with this like way you feel about him. And sometimes you can't even describe it. But this dog is just rising above even that standard that you guys have. This is a special dog.
It's not just us. It's the dog. Like, he is easy to love. If you met him, you would fall in love with him. So maybe you work from home. The only thing, he doesn't like to be alone. That would be my only feedback, is he just really wants to be by a person. He kind of howls when he's by himself in his kennel, and it breaks my heart. So yeah, he's up on Instagram, Facebook, and we cut in the video of him kayaking. So do yourself a favor today.
Nice.
Go watch his video, share his video, Z, the kayaking dog.
Love it. Thank you so much, Robin Coleman. She's from the Woods Humane Society, finding forever homes for dogs, even cats. They do such great work. Robin does such great work. We love chatting with her each week. Robin, as always, appreciate your time. Thanks for being Up and Adam.
Oh, thanks, Adam.
Some say life's where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
All right, much love. Robin Coleman from the Woods Humane Society. Check them out, woodshumane.org. Got links in the show notes. It is the weekend. Rain off and on for the next week or so. I think we got a break on Tuesday or Thursday or something, but for the, it's going to be doing its thing for several days off and on. So make sure you stay dry, drive safe, leave a little extra space. Got your windshield wipers on, turn your lights on even during the daytime. You know the drill. Thanks to Moonshiner Collective for being a part of the show. Original music on the show called Start Again. I think, you know what? I think because of the weekend, we're going to pass over our 2nd anniversary. So I think we first started the show, if I'm right, was it November 16th? I'll have to look. It might have been November 21st. We'll see. But we're just coming up on our 2-year anniversary of Up and Adam. So it just makes me so warm to, talk about whether it's Moonshiner Collective or all the different folks who have supported Life Elements, General Store, It's really been a ride these last 2 years. So I appreciate you a lot. Appreciate Moonshiner Collective. They're performing, like I said, at the Siren tonight. You can get over there. Go to moonshinercollective.com for all the info. Stream them wherever you get your music. Also, our friends at Tamber Winery. Taste their wines in the village of Arroyo Grande. TamberWinery.com, Timbre. TamberWinery.com. Love them a bunch, and I appreciate them for giving us the Tamber Lowbro Studios. Finally, thank you for rating, reviewing, subscribing, listening, being here, connecting with me, considering our Breaking and Entering Christmas for everything you do that makes you a part of this community and the show. I sincerely thank you. Till Monday, when we're back, have a great weekend. Be safe. I'm Adam Montiel. Thanks for being Up and Adam.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again. Let's start again. We'll start again. Let's start again.